Small bathrooms usually play it safe. Light colors, minimal contrast, nothing too dramatic. Although this bathroom is only 55 square feet, I'm going to attempt something most people avoid in a space this small. Dark walls, dramatic finishes, and mixing metals. It could either be beautiful or a complete disaster. Though, I have a feeling I'm going to love it. This is the bathroom as it started. Builder basic finishes, beige walls, and lighting that does absolutely nothing for the space or your face. It honestly isn't that bad, and some might even prefer it this way. But to me it is a bit boring, and getting ready for the day feels like any other bland thing that has to be done out of necessity rather than something enjoyable. Even the spirit realm is dying for an upgrade. First step, removing this builder grade mirror. Taping everything prior to removal ensures I won't spend the evening in the emergency room if things go south. To my surprise, it came off cleanly, which honestly felt like a renovation miracle. I removed the remaining hardware and the towel ring, which always felt bulky to me. And judging by these holes, whoever installed it definitely struggled. Already, the room feels lighter, and we've barely just begun. I chose a floating LVP wood floor so I wouldn't have to demo anything. It installs right over the tile, protects what's underneath, and can be removed easily later. It has the warmth of real wood, but it's completely waterproof, which makes it perfect for bathrooms. I plan to install it myself, but hiring help saved me hours, and lots of dreaded math. Best decision I could have made. These next updates aren't glamorous, but they matter, because the smallest details often change how a space feels the most. I start by replacing these damaged drains. I let a cleaning product linger a little too long, and it permanently damaged the finish. Here's the color it used to be. Once everything is disconnected, we make sure to align the finish directions with the faucets, seal the threads, and test everything for leaks. I chose a pop-up version this time just in case something like this were to happen again. I can just replace this piece without having to undo the plumbing. Here's a quick before and after. Even something as simple as removing an expanded O-ring from a shower head can restore water pressure and completely upgrade your daily routine. Sometimes luxury is just a little light maintenance. The cabinet doors had water damage along the bottoms, complete with cracked wood and peeling paint. So I sanded everything down to give me a smooth surface to paint over. The inside of the cabinet also had some damage, so I gave that a good sanding and filled it with plastic wood to create that smooth surface. I numbered each door before removing them so everything lines up perfectly when they go back on. It's a small step that makes a big difference later. I had the electrical move from overhead lighting to sconce lighting. Not only does it feel more intentional, it's also far more flattering. It also lets me take the mirrors I'll be installing all the way to the ceiling, which visually stretches the height of the room. I'm going to remove these floating shelves because I have a better idea that will hopefully feel less invasive. While I wait for that to be delivered, we can start on the first coat of paint on the doors and cabinet. There will ultimately be 2 coats on everything we paint. Cutting in with a brush and finishing with a foam roller will ensure a smooth finish. I wanted recessed storage that looked custom but was easy to install and easy to clean. So I cut into the wall to check for any studs and plumbing first. Turns out, a stud finder picked up a false reading, but thankfully there were no pipes. I will need to add a support so that the sheetrock isn't the only thing supporting the weight. I don't own a pocket hole jig, so I'll just drill some pilot holes at a diagonal to secure the support into the existing studs in the wall. Adding a screw in the middle will give me something to hold on to while I screw everything in place. Once that was locked in, it wasn't going anywhere. Then came the moment everything started to change. I chose a deep green, Eclipse by Sherwin-Williams, that instantly shifts the mood and mimics the color I drenched my room in, as some of you might remember. Of course, little problems show up, like not being able to fit a roller behind the toilet. So I made my own tool, hot gluing 2 paint stirrers together, and then gluing that to a flat painter's pad, and honestly, it worked perfectly. I used a flat finish on the walls for softness, and a satin on the cabinets, doors, and trim for durability and depth. Now we can get to the fun stuff, the details. I installed the niche, which fit so snugly it didn't even need adhesive. A few gentle taps, and it sits perfectly flush. I've been slowly adding dimmer switches throughout my home, and the bathroom is the perfect place for one. Full brightness is great when you need it, but this is also where you come to unwind. And lowering the lights instantly transforms the mood, making the space feel calm, romantic, and elevated. Brass accents layered throughout the room add warmth and character, and repeating textures, like the knurling on the hardware and sconces, make everything feel cohesive. Even the switch plates got upgraded, because in a space this small, every detail counts. To be honest, drilling holes in these cabinet doors was more stressful to me than cutting a giant hole in the wall. I am very particular, and if the hardware on these doors didn't line up, I wouldn't be able to sleep at night. Luckily, with a lot of patience, a hardware jig I found on Amazon, and triple checking all my measurements, it is safe to say that I will indeed rest easy at night. So here we are, in the home stretch. Bringing the curtain all the way to the ceiling makes the room feel taller, and the linen ties in beautifully with the sconces. I also love these plants in their round vessels. They introduce softer shapes that help break up all the straight lines in the space. Layering in soft lighting adds such a luxe touch and really elevates any nighttime routine.